Ha 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 ha! Word up, everyone. This is the Buckethead Disciple. Okay, May 15th has come and gone, which means that we can look at the results of our recent Buckethead survey. Before I get too deep into the findings, and now that I've graduated and think I'm smarter than everyone, I need to teach the world a few important principles about statistics. Statistics, for the most part, are conclusions about how the world works that are assembled by observing small samples of the total population. In order to get the most correct answer about how the world works, a statistician needs three things. 1, a whole lot of observations. The more observations, the more similar to the real world. 2, using the right statistical test. And 3, back up the findings with pre-existing research. So, anytime that you read some dumb BuzzFeed article about how eating pine cones increases your life expectancy, I encourage you to understand a few things. 1, the findings are based off of a sample, not the entire world, so pine cones may not work for everyone. 2, about half the time in my experience, statisticians use the wrong statistical test to come to conclusions, which explains why you read lots of contradicting studies, particularly in nutrition and politics. And 3, where in the world do doctors endorse eating pine cones? Is there research to support this idea? I don't think so. Now that you're bored and understand what most statisticians took 4 years of college to learn, you understand that my findings are not perfect. But check out these most recent Buckethead statistics anyway. There's a good chance that they represent what the rest of the world thinks about Buckethead. A full report is on my website with the link in the description below. So what was the top voted coolest stage trick? The obvious winner was a super surprise to me, the nunchuck guitar shred. He has done this more than once, though to be honest, I wish he would do it more. What about the fan favorite flagship performance? Also an obvious winner, also a surprise to the Buckethead Disciple, Soothsayer Langerada Music Festival. Part of me thinks that many voted for this one because this is a version played with a drummer and bassist as opposed to an MP3, but who knows. Okay, so when it comes to predicting behaviors or genre preferences, it turns out that people's opinions were very inconsistent with their choices. For example, even though the top-rated genres were hard rock and heavy music, and the preferred media choice by far was horror media, the most popular album pair was Electric Tears and Colma, 2 albums that are not heavy or have any kind of distorted metal sounds in them. So we couldn't make any reliable predictions with this data set. But here are a few other interesting demographic findings. A third of the people with PhDs who took the survey come from Europe, and almost half come from Asia. Interestingly enough, their favorite Buckethead genre was his acoustic stuff, not the favorite of the masses, heavy and hard rock. Women are much more faithful Buckethead fans than men. According to this dataset, close to 2/3 of women have seen the man in concert, while only 1/3 of men have seen him live. Also, check this out. Lots of females who are between the ages of 50 and 59 like Buckethead. Comparing the percentages of males to females between the ages of 50 and 59, look at how many more ladies there are. In fact, the second highest swath of participants for women were between the ages of 50 and 59. This reminds me of the Gasoline Lollipops, a band from Colorado that I saw whose entire front row fan section consisted of punk ladies between their 50s and 80s. I think that's pretty cool. In conclusion, we can learn a lot about what kind of people Buckethead's music attracts and what it is about his music that attracts people, especially 50 to 59-year-old women. A full report with more charts and stuff is on my website. The link is in the description below. Were there any results that surprised you? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below.